Every year, more than 3 million people are stalked in the United States. Stalkers can turn the lives of their victims upside down, and in extreme cases, they kill. It happened in Leadville. 9 News reporter Kevin Torres has followed that case since it happened 2 years ago. A woman's murder there has changed Colorado law, and it doesn't stop there. Kevin reports from Casper, Wyoming, where this woman's death could save hundreds of lives.
Oh, God. She could make anyone laugh.
The distance from Casper, Wyoming to Leadville, Colorado is 375 miles.
I miss her every day.
But as far as Vicki Cadlick is concerned, it's the closest place to her heart. How often do you think about that day?
Every day. Every day.
On July 7th, 2010, Vicki's sister Vonnie Flores was murdered by her next-door neighbor Anthony Medina.
It was a huge loss.
The same man who had been stalking her for years.
I don't think she thought it was as bad as it was.
One day, Vonnie had Medina arrested. At that time, there were no strict stalking laws in Colorado, so Medina was able to bond out within 3 hours' time.
The only thing she told me that weekend was that she had gotten a restraining order and that he was really angry over that, and she was afraid.
The day Anthony Medina was supposed to appear in court, he grabbed his gun, walked next door, and shot and killed Vonnie. He then turned the gun on himself.
It was horrendous.
In the months and years that followed, Vonnie's family and friends pushed to make stalking as serious a crime as domestic violence. Eventually, state legislators passed a law. Initially, Vonnie's law was only supposed to benefit stalking victims in Colorado. But then some folks thought, why stop there?
We could maybe, be a change here in Wyoming.
Lori Winook has been the Victim Service Coordinator for the Natrona County Sheriff's Department in Casper, Wyoming for the last 8 years.
There's not a day that goes by that I'm not dealing with, one or two of those kind of cases.
This past year, she says Wyoming had 758 reported stalking cases. On top of that, the state dealt with more than 4,000 domestic abuse cases in 2012, most of which involved stalking.
And today it's way too easy to stalk people.
She and Vonnie's sister Vicki are working with the Natrona County DA to change the law in Wyoming and to make the crime for stalking as stiff as it is in Colorado.
You can be arrested for walking down the street intoxicated in Casper, Wyoming. You can stalk, you don't get a citation for it.
Change is never easy, but in this case, they believe Vonnie's law could help save hundreds, if not thousands, of additional lives.
And we all know that she's looking over us.
In Casper, Wyoming, this is Kevin Torres, 9 News.
Part of Vonnie's law requires accused stalkers to stay in jail until they go before a judge. Before, they were allowed to bail out within a few hours. We do have more about Vonnie's law on 9news.com.